Welcome to Yellow Shirt Podcast. My name is Andreea, and I am with my partner
Andrea. Hello, everyone.
and our guest.
Hello, Andreea Sasaran.
And we are going to talk about how we volunteer in a sport event. So, Andrea, what does it mean for you to be a volunteer?
Volunteering is an invaluable exchange. It is not a free activity in which you do not receive anything. Volunteering is in first place a reward in itself. It's something about being altruist and not on. In volunteering, you do not expect rewards, but nevertheless they come. And I realized that being a volunteer means being free to choose what you like to do, to try things you don't realize yet if you can handle them, if they will seem interesting or useful to your personal development or your career. And I think just as happiness is a way of being, or it should be, so volunteering for me is a way of being. It has an impact not only on the beneficiaries, but also on the volunteer. It's like an exchange you don't ask for, but you get, and only you can feel it. It's not something you can see every time, but it's more about feeling it. And I think volunteering is a return to what we have more human, and it's born in everyone's heart.
What made you become one?
It can happen that you realize by experimenting that it is fundamentally wrong everything you thought about yourself, what you want to do in life. So volunteering in general can become a chance to solve many unknown problems, especially if it's all of and planned as a learning process of your own free will. Actually, I started because of curiosity and because I really wanted to make a change in my life and to do something different. I needed to change myself and the way I was used to see myself and the others. It's something that brings fun and fulfillment to your life.
When did you first start to be a volunteer?
It's been about 8.5 years since I started.
What do you think you gained in all this time as a volunteer?
Volunteering has helped me open my eyes and see the world behind standards. It formed me as a person, as a productive member of society. And by volunteering, you offer yourself with everything you are and everything you know, and everything that volunteering will give you back cannot be quantified or measured or counted. It can only be felt as you feel the best things in life. And I have a lot now, after all the experience, I can say that volunteering made me have a lot more confidence in myself, and I have acquired different skills. I have managed to achieve everything I set out to do. I have done things I never thought I would do. I become a much more open person, is always in search of something new. I learned to be myself, and this is I think the most important thing, that to accept myself and to be me, to express myself as I feel and as I am. And through volunteering also I learned the art of becoming the best version of me. It also increases your social and relational skills a lot.
Did you volunteering help you in any specific place? And if the answer is yes, how do you think it will help you?
Absolutely. Thanks to the experience created by volunteering, I have created many opportunities, and I have much more courage in trying and accepting any challenge, whatever it is, a job, a project, or a school. Yes, I found jobs because of volunteering, because of what I learned working as a volunteer. School, and not only, I started to make my voice heard. Volunteering also, it was very helpful for me because it was good for my mind and for my body. I'm an anxious person and I got some little problems with panic attacks. By doing a lot of activities, I learned and start learning to manage different situations and to face off myself. And I don't know, it provides me a sense of purpose. It's helping you because it's teaching you valuable job skills.
Share with us a dear memory from your volunteering work.
Honestly, it's hard for me to focus on just one memory because there are so many. But for example, I remember that one of my favorite activities was when I had a music therapy workshop, and it seemed very cool to me because I finally learned to really listen to my heartbeat and go in sync with it. Also, during another activity, I met a very special person for me, and that happened at the beginning of the volunteer adventure. And it's like a dear memory because it was something very funny. It was during the International Smile Day activity. And for example, I have another memory which is really nice for me, and it was during a beach handball session. And I remember that a very strong storm came. We were playing outside in the sand and having an activity. A very strong storm came. We were all wet, but we were running from side to side because things were flying high. And then we all hid under a tent and started having a little party, hoping the storm would stop. And we were having fun after we had a lot of stress.
You have volunteered as well in sport, would you say? And in which event have you been involved?
I was volunteering in games of handball, like on competitions, and also on the editions of Biomare Beach Handball Challenge and on ABT finals.
What kind of activities did you do as a volunteer there? What were your tasks?
I didn't necessarily have a well-defined task, especially in the beach handball edition. We helped everyone and everywhere where was needed, starting from weathering the sand, running after the ball, or assembling things. But at the last edition of the Biomare Beach Handball Challenge, I had to coordinate the volunteers.
What is the best experience you had in sports?
Definitely was during the ABT finals, which was last summer, because I met a lot of professional players from abroad. It was extremely hard work. It was a lot of stress, and we were like waking up around 6 in the morning and arriving home around 2 at night during a week, and it was intense. It was really very intense everything, and we were like exhausted because we had a lot of work, we had a lot of situations, but in the same time we really had a lot of fun with sportives from abroad, and we did a lot of funny moments.
What do you think it takes to be a volunteer in sport?
I think the desire for involvement and to know that volunteering means to be responsible and to have like that desire to do things, to have also like an open mind way of seeing the things.
What does volunteer in sport offer you?
Sports provides a challenging and inspiring environment to develop important values, from experiencing the spirit of competition to developing organizational skills that can be applied to other areas in life. I think that of all the contexts through sport, you understand the best what discipline means and how important it is, as well as commitment or teamwork.
Do you have any favorite sport?
I'm not really a sportive person. That's why being a volunteer in sport area, it was really challenging for me, and it made me go outside of the comfort zone. But I enjoy very much handball. I think also volleyball, but I prefer handball.
In which sport event would you like working?
Still on events like beach handball, beach volleyball. I like a lot of the atmosphere from there.
If you would have the possibility to go and volunteer, for example, for the World Beach Handball Championship, what would be the position you'd like to volunteer for?
Still coordinate the volunteers, or to have something in charge, because I like to organize things and I'm good on that. I also like to cooperate with people to help them get through situations, and I think it would be nice.
What is to be volunteer for you, but sport volunteer, and what does it give to you?
As I said, I admit that I'm not a sportive person, but this didn't stop me from accepting the challenge and entering in the game and also experiencing new opportunities. I look with admiration at what we managed to do in the events I was volunteering, and I think volunteering in sport made me learn and develop experience. Like, it drives you a lot not to give up. It helps you to believe in dreams, in your dreams and in yourself. It made me see what can I do and help me follow the path I have choose to go on. Not to give up, to believe in the people, in stories with happy ending, even if you have a lot of obstacles, a lot of situations that can be, overwhelming, but the power lies in a little work and perseverance. Involuntarily, you learn to deal with unforeseen challenges. At least I really overcame many limits, from physical endurance to mental endurance, and I learned how to stay focused in the hustle and bustle and how to enjoy moments even when I was extremely tired.
How do you think we could attract more people to volunteering in general and in sports in particular?
Making their voices to be heard, like making know the stories of other volunteers, sharing experiences from others, to make it more open to the world, to share some, memories or adventures from others.
Any thoughts or wishes for the public?
I would like to say that anything is possible as long as we have the courage to follow our dreams and as long as we have the courage to overcome obstacles, but also to believe in what is come. Most importantly, at least once in your life, you have tried a volunteer experience. Because thanks to volunteering, for example, myself, I have experienced moments I would enjoy and really love to relive again. So don't be afraid of trying things, and even if I don't know you, I know you can do it.
Thank you, Andrea, for being with us today. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did. For the next week, we will talk about major sport events. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you, bye!